What's up, YouTube? Corey says yo here, and today I thought I would go ahead and make a tutorial because I haven't had a tutorial on my channel in quite a long time. So here it goes. I was thinking the other day that when I play Minecraft on the computer, which I do quite often, I like to use a controller. So it's basically just because I play Xbox Minecraft as well, so that's just what I'm used to. It's something I prefer. So basically that's all there is to it. So what I wanted to do today is to show you a tutorial with a macroing program called Xpadder. And basically what that does is it macros your keys from your keyboard to a Xbox 360 controller or any other controller that's, wired and compatible with the PC. So basically today I'm just going to show you how to set up a controller and how to macro your keys. And basically it's just going to be something very simple because this is a great program. It's very simple to use, very easy to use. And let's get started. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up. And as you can see, I already have a layout done. But what we're going to do is we're going to click New, do not save. We're going to go ahead and exit out of that. We're going to click New here as well. So as you see, when you guys first get this program and you open it up, this is what you're going to see. This is what it's going to look like. It's going to look just like this, and it's going to be blank slate. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out here, and we're going to click on the controller. And what that'll do is that'll do, when you click new, it'll come up with this pink box, just like this, and this is when you're ready to start out with your controller. So what we're going to do is, it says, select each tab to create the settings, and that's basically all you have to do. So when you click image, what this does is, if you wanted to, you could go on Google Images, find an image of a controller, like an Xbox 360 controller, for example, and you could paste it to this pink background to help you with the layout. That way you know where the buttons are located. But we're going to do it without that because it's relatively simple anyways. So if you want to put a layout, you can. If you don't, you don't have to. We're going to do it without one just because it's easier. We don't have to go looking for an image. So basically what we're going to do here is we're going to start with the sticks. So how this is done is very simply. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the left stick. So we're going to start with click the tab stick 1, and you're going to click enable. And what that's going to do is that's going to enable your stick. So we're going to use our left stick for this one, and we're going to go left, up, and that's all you have to do is follow the on-screen instructions, and that's it. And your left stick is set up. So we'll put the left stick here, just to resemble the controller a little bit. That way we have somewhat of a reference. That way we know what buttons are which. Now let's move to the right stick. We're going to click enable. Do the same on-screen instructions, left, up. There you go. Your right stick's up. We're going to click and drag it right over here and set it right there. And there you go. It's easy as that. Your sticks are set up. Everything's good to go. Now we're going to go to our D-pad. And all you do is click enable, follow the on-screen instructions, press up on the D-pad, down on the D-pad, left, right. And that's all you have to do. You just click and drag, and there you go. Your D-pad is completely set up, ready to go. Now we're going to go to the buttons. Now here you don't click enable. What you do is you just press the button on the controller to have a widget pop up, just like we did with our sticks and our D-pads. That way we can use them. So what we're going to do to make it easy is we're going to start off with the A button, just to start off with a reference. So what we're going to do is we're going to go on our controller, and we're going to press the A button. And there you go. It's set up. We're going to drag that. We're going to remember that that's the A button, so we're going to put it right there. Now we're going to do the B button. Okay, that's set up too. Put it right there where the B button would be on the controller. Now we're going to do the X button. There you go. That's set up. And now we're going to do the Y button. That's also set up. Now, there you go. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect, just make sure that it resembles the controller just a little bit. That way you know what buttons are which. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do the start and the back button. So, here's the start button. There it is. Now, here's the back button. Okay, so we'll set those in the relatively similar spots where they are on the controller. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do the bumpers. So we're going to do right bumper. There it is. So we'll put it right above here. And we're going to do left bumper. There it is. And we're going to put it right here. Just so everything looks, pretty neat. There you go. Now, the only buttons we have left to do are the stick buttons where you click the sticks in. So we're going to do the left stick first. You just press down and click the stick in. And then it'll pop a little widget up. You just click and drag. And we're going to put it in the middle of the left stick. That way we know that that's the click, to click the stick. Now we're going to do the right stick. And we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to put this one in the right stick, though. That way we know that that's the right stick click. And that's it. That's all the buttons we have to do. And now we can move on to the triggers. So on here, you just click Enable. And then after that, you just do what it says. So we're going to hold the left trigger. And then let go. Hold the right trigger. And there you go. Your triggers are set up. Your bumpers are set up. Your start and back buttons are set up. A, B, Y, X are set up. Right stick click, left stick click. Left stick is set up. Right stick is set up. Left on the D-pad, right on the D-pad, down on the D-pad, up on the D-pad. All set up. We're good to go. After you test it, make sure it's good. You just go to Finish. Go to Close. And there you go. It'll all be set up here. Now what you want to do after you do this is you just want to click on here and you want to do Save As to save the layout. We're going to save it, and whenever you open your Xpadder program the next time, if you need this layout, you could just go, you could just go right here and you go to Open, and then you can just go to where you saved it at. So there you go. And then you're good to go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to set up our actual macros. And since I told you I played a lot of Minecraft, I'm going to show you how to do that, a general Minecraft setup that I like to use to play Minecraft with my 360 wired controller. So this is how we're going to do it. We're going to start with the buttons here to make it simple. So we're going to start with the A button. So what you do, let me redo that again to show you better, is we got our buttons here. So this is the A button, so we're just going to click the A button. And what that's going to do is it's going to bring up a keyboard. It's going to bring up a keyboard, and you will have all the buttons and everything, even your mouse, that you would use to play the game with your keyboard. So what we're going to do is we're going to set the A button to space. So all you do is just click space, and now when you press the A button, that'll be hitting the space bar. So when I'm pressing the A button, that's hitting the space bar, which will make you jump. Now we're going to go to B. I like to use inventory, to open my inventory with B. So E is to open the inventory with the keyboard, so we're going to click E, and now it's set to B. So when I press B, it'll use E to open my inventory and close my inventory, and so on and so on. Now we're going to use Q for X. I like to use it. You can set it to whatever you want. That's the beauty of this program, is that you can use any buttons you want. It's all customization, full customization altogether. So I set it to Q to drop items with my X button. Now I don't use my Y, but you guys can use it for whatever you want, as I said before. So let's move on to the right stick. So we got to set up our right stick right now. And basically, you're going to use your right stick to look around. You normally use your mouse to look around, but you're going to use your right stick to look around. So this is how you do that. Let's click right on here on the right stick, and what we're going to do is see these arrows. All four of these arrows here are going to be used for mouse movement. So let's say we move our mouse to the right to look right. That's going to be the right arrow, up arrow, left arrow, and so on and so on. Same as any other, it's simple, same. So what we're going to do is we want to move right, so we're going to click this, and we're going to do basically set up each area to point in the direction that we want to go. So now that I have my right stick set up with my mouse movements, when I move my right stick around, it's going to move my mouse, as you can see. So therefore, when I'm in Minecraft, it will actually you would use that to look around, so you'll be able to do that. So let's go ahead and set up the left stick. Now this is for movement, how you actually move your character, which of course the default setting for moving your character in Minecraft is WASD. So what we're going to do is to move forward, we want to usually push left stick forward to move forward, so we're going to use W on the top, up on the left stick. Down on the left stick, we'll use S to move backwards. We'll use A to go left on the left stick, and to go right on the right stick, we're going to use D. So when you go up, you're going to go it's going to press W. When you go left, you're going to go D, S, A, so on and so on. So that's set up completely. You're good to go. It'll move around. That's how you set that up. And here's how I like to set up my D-pad. I like to use my D-pad to scroll through my hotbar. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up left on the D-pad is going to be up scroll. So what you do is use these mouse wheel up and down. So we're going to do mouse wheel up on the left, and we're going to use mouse wheel down on the right. So what that'll do is when I press left on the D-pad, it will scroll to the left of my hotbar. When I scroll right on the D-pad, it'll scroll right on the hotbar. So that way you will, be set up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to set up our start button, which I usually like to use escape for my start button, because that way you can pause it with the start button just as you would on any other normal game for a console. That way you're just used to that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to set up our bumpers. So I like to use my right bumper to crouch or slash sneak mode. So what we're going to do is we're going to use left shift, which is the normal default sneak slash crouch mode, and we're going to click it. And what it's going to do is it's just going to highlight yellow. And basically, it's just going to be highlighted just in case you want to use, like, let's say you wanted to do shift 2, which would be the @ symbol, the @ symbol. Or if you want to do shift 1, which would be the exclamation mark symbol, you could do that. And when you press that button, it'll be an exclamation mark. So basically, we just want to use just the left shift. So after we click left shift, it's highlighted. We just want to click none. And when you click none, it'll just be a left shift for your right D-pad. Your right bumper. Now, I don't really use my left bumper for anything, but like I said, this is fully customizable, and you could use it for whatever you want. Now, here's how I set my triggers up. My right trigger, I like to use my right click, because what that does is my right trigger I like to set up for my left click. That way it breaks blocks and uses your pickaxe, axe, anything like that. Your main break function. And I like to set up my left trigger with my right click so I can place blocks and whatnot. So right trigger, left click, left trigger, right click. That way you have the general setup there. And that's about it, guys. It's as simple as that. And you still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 6 buttons left. You could use. You got your left bumper, your back button. You got the up and down on the D-pad. You still got your stick clicks if you want to use those, and you still got your Y button if you want to set it up with any other button. Any button at all. And that's basically it. Now, when you want to save this, what you want to do is you just click this little piece of paper here, and you click Save As. And we'll go ahead and I'll just save it over another one I have. We'll save it as a new Minecraft profile. Okay? And what that'll do is whenever you open up Xpadder, if you need to find your file, you just go where you saved it at, and you just click here and you click Open, and you go to All, and then you can go to where your file's at, and you can open it up from there. That way you don't lose your layout. You don't have to make it every time. And same with your, with your controller layout. You don't have to make it every time. So basically the controller layout is the actual layout of the buttons, where your A button and your start button and all that's at. And the profile is actually your actual macros, what keys you have set up with which buttons. It's basically that's as simple as it is. And guys, I really hope this helps you, and if you have any questions at all, please leave a comment below. I would be more than happy to help you out and try to reply to you as quick as possible. So please comment, rate, and subscribe, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take it easy. Peace.